wanted to do it. When I went, it was shut, and I'd become like a warehouse for toilet rolls. So in a way, I wonder what would have happened.
Sorry, how is that an anecdote about you going through dancing? You've told me before, you did boxing for a while, you did dancing for a while. You had a true fight in the boxing, you didn't even get in the that's not an imagine if that was a film! This is a boy's dream of becoming a dancer. Oh, it's shut. Next on. I mean, how is that a story?
Yeah, that was Billy Elliot. Do you think it would have won quite as many awards?
Yeah, brilliant. Footloose. Alright?
Yeah.
I'm fed up they banned it. Let's go to Eyes Shut. Flash dance. First, there was... it's a warehouse. Never mind.
I'm just saying, you know, you'll find something else. I think I got a go-kart after that. I bought a motorised go-kart and kept myself busy with that. So... There's always other things.
Just think, Alan Bennett has to sit down and really sweat over his stories.
Yeah.
He just opens his mouth.
You are a living Alan Bennett character.
So that's
solved. Well, Jay, don't worry about that. There's no emotional problems I can foresee if you follow that advice.
So the advice there is do an arranged marriage.
If she's not ugly.
minging, she's not completely minging.
Yeah.
And don't worry about dancing. Get a go-kart. Cheers.
Great. Keep your problems coming in.
Truth, Rest Your Head by Gene on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. While I was with Carl in that restaurant, while I was giving him the problems, the old fella with Viagra and the two fellas making love in the cubicle, we came up with a new idea, because he's dumping, do we need him? As I say, he thinks the scientists have got together, they're never going to wipe out a limpet or a slug. They think they're good, but they're not that good. This is people that are lauded as great minds, and Carl has brought them down.
He's taken issue with them.
Like what? He went, right, great thinkers, and I went, okay, then, Sir Isaac Newton, the father of modern physics. He went, is he the fellow with the apple? I went, yeah. He went, there again, see? Why do I need to know that the Earth sucks us towards it, gravity? He said, if I was floating around, it would be a problem, I'd ask his opinion. I went, what about Einstein? He went, again, I've never needed, and this is what he said, I've never needed MC squared in my life. The fella who invented the video, I'll watch one a day.
You know what I mean, though? Give credit where credit's due.
Right.
And I think that a lot of this stuff that was invented, like when we were talking about inventions, you know, I started to look in books and that, finding stuff out, and there was some fella who got a mention on an invention site just because he came up with the fishbowl. And it's like, is it that hard?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's clearly a bowl.
Sorry, you're not putting him in the same category as Newton and Einstein, are you?
He was on the same list. Einstein was on there. It was saying about him doing that, and Newton with the apple. And who else was in there? Da Vinci, whatever. He was on there.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah. Is he the one who did Mona Lisa as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it took him 12 years to paint the lips. I don't think that's that good. Like, it takes that long. I saw, you know, when you think, saw Tony Hart do like an Aborigine man with a elephant in the background, took about 3 minutes.
Aborigine. An Aborigine?
Well,
really? An elephant?
So what about some of the big names?
Well,
Just
go on,
what's your first reaction when I say some big names from history?
Go on.
Gandhi.
Again, what did he do?
Good point.
Right. Do you understand what he represents?
Well, go on, tell me, and then I'll tell you if he deserves to
But
be
you know,
mentioned.
his whole kind of attitude towards peaceful protest. You know, it's quite a sort of modern idea. You know, very much the forefather of the 60s movement. You know, where people would sort of sit in, and protest.
Steve. Right, look at the glazed look on his face.
Did I lose him on Gandhi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
Pick
it's
someone
not.
else. Do someone else.
Pick someone else. Okay.
Alright.
Well, someone you know about that's obviously. Let's think. A great thinker. Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Right. Yeah, he's alright.
Brilliant. Thanks. What about?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm thinking more your modern day, like your Richard Bransons and that. Who,
Okay.
like,
I would. To be fair, I wouldn't put Branson up there with Gandhi.
Christ, Newton,
Christ.
Einstein.
But why?
Stephen Hawking.
Because he's mainly known for having a beard and a funny jumper. To be honest, you have to start including Noel Edmonds.
That's Noel Edmonds, yeah, you're getting confused there.
But Branson's a businessman, he's not one of the great, sort of, scientific minds
I think
or philosophical
in time,
thinkers.
right, in time... we
Whereas
would have
Clive
worked out-
Sinclair, in his little car, on his way to work, brilliant.
No, but in time, there's certain things, like the apple falling off a tree.
Right.
Whoever was sat there would have gone, that's a bit odd. Do you know what I mean? It's just that they were there first.
But to be fair, Christ instigated 2,000 years of religion based on his teachings. Richard Branson, to be fair, he did launch Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells.
Yeah,
They're
see
not
the
quite
difference?
comparable.
See, this is
it depends what you get impressed by, doesn't it? Suzanne's always saying...
Maybe Newton was there, he was coming up with a brilliant theory, like amazing, he was probably inventing the helicopter, right? The apple hit him in the head and he went, the earth's sucking me, the earth's sucking me.
There you
Do
go.
you know what I mean?
Could have happened. But, so, my girlfriend's always saying, what impresses you?
Yeah.
Because she was saying the other day, do you want to go to Egypt? And I said, no, not really.
No.
She goes, well, don't you want to see the pyramids?
Not interested.
It's like, I've seen them on the telly.
Okay.
Sure.
Are they going to be that much more amazing when you see them
Yeah,
in real
good
life?
point. How did you ever move out of your street in Manchester?
But hang on, no, sorry, I'm interested to know because this is something that that he came up with, and this is someone that loves him and that he respects. So I'm interested to see what was your answer to what impresses you.
I don't think I did answer it. I just said, the odd
You
thing.
just said I'm asleep.
Little things. Little things, like I ran home the other night and said, oh, I've just learnt something today. She goes, go on. And, Lego bricks?
Oh yeah.
The name came about because some kid's mum, the kid was messing with the bricks, and she said, let go of them and come and have your dinner.
Play a record.
It's got to be rubbish. It's got to be
Play
rubbish.
It's always rubbish, isn't it?
They're Scandinavian for a start, so... there is no... Let go. Boys are back in town. Thin Lizzy, what a classic.
Beautiful.
Carl, should that be our anthem, me, you and Steve, eh? Eh? Yeah?
Can I just get a couple of bits of admin out of the way?
Go on.
We've had an email from Peter Goff. He has said, where is Richard Anderson?
Where is
He only
Dickers?
tunes in to listen to him.
Where's
and it's absolutely
Dickley? Where's
fair
little Dickie Docker?
enough. Little Dickie Anders has not emailed in. If you don't listen normally, Anders is our biggest fan.
He
Normally he's got
loves
some-
us. I just absolutely
But he's
thinks the
normally
world
got
of...
a little bit of constructive criticism,
Oh,
which
right,
we
I
always
mean, it's
appreciate.
not- yeah, we're open to that. Sure,
Exactly.
sure.
So-
you? I'm gonna shove this up your...
So if Dickie Anders is listening, then he might want to get in touch. Also, dear Ricky, I've developed a bit of a fetish for the way you say "winners" in your hit sitcom The Office. I'm going to get my fiance to say it, but he hasn't quite mastered it yet. Anyway, we're getting married in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks' time. Could you please say "winners" on air as a sort of early wedding
It's
present?
becoming one of the most popular requests at weddings now, me saying winners. So, winners. There's a few I didn't get in. Thatcham. Shinfield. So, there's a Woodley.
There you are.
There you go.
That's beautiful. That's keeping them happy. Good luck to them. That's Leopard. That's one of those stupid email names. If you're going to email us, at least mention your name, because otherwise it makes me sound like a
A
fool.
leopard, the original name for a giraffe.
Interesting. Thanks for that.
Whereas Lego was
Yes.
invented when a mother had sent someone to get some, though there's no name for them. She went, can you go and get some? There was a gap. He went, oh yeah, I'll go and get some, because they weren't called anything. Brought them back, started playing with her. And then she went, look, give me those. He went, no. She went, Lego, you idiot.
Yeah, the actual explanation, various people have emailed us in or phoned in now. The company was set up in 1934. It's a Danish company, obviously.
Yeah.
Lego comes from the Danish words leg got, which means play well, and it was later discovered that it was also a Latin phrase that meant I study or I put together. That's the actual... where did you get that from?
But the thing is, you see, that's where learning's got to be interesting, because if it even started like that, I'd just go, I'm not interested. I'd be looking for...
Oh, so if a fact might be true, but it's just not good enough.
It's not interesting enough for you.
Not interesting enough.
Okay, another quick dilemma for
so
you, Carl.
if Newton would have said, apples are attracted to our heads, be careful, they attack you, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Total bollocks, but you'd have been interested, therefore, in all modern physics. Alright?
Here's another dilemma for you, a quick one from Kate. She says that she's a single woman, she's 6 foot tall. Recently she's found herself being approached by men of, let's say, restricted height. And she's not desperate, but is it ever acceptable in her, she wants to know now, is it ever acceptable for a taller lady to go out with a person of restricted growth? What do you think about that? If you see that on the street, do you think it looks bizarre? Do you think it looks odd? Or
So a
should you just go
6 foot
with it?
woman with
Someone of a dwarfish persuasion.
we can't say sort of that or the midget word, but
You
I
can't
mean
say that, no,
that's a little fella.
Yeah. Is that so? There's a noticeable difference in their height. Is that ever a problem? Do you feel?
She's 6 foot. He's 3'4".
Yeah.
If I saw it, I'd just think she's doing it. you
Okay,
know.
okay, let's not do this now.
No, come on, she's doing it what?
Oh.
No, for attention in a way. Because there's loads of other
See, I
people.
told you, Steve.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just. I mean, is that serious?
I think so.
Well, I mean, if whatever
God, they
makes you
shouldn't-
happy.
Please don't ask Carl
No,
these
but do
sort
you know
of
what I mean?
questions.
If it makes her happy, then do it. But in a way, you're not going to have a normal life.
Oh, God.
No, but you're not, because they're going to get sick.
I'm
There's no
so
point bringing
sorry.
trouble onto yourself.
Carl does not necessarily reflect the opinions
Of
the
anybody
management.
else in the world.
Hold on. This woman, she doesn't live in a forest in a little cottage, does she? She hasn't got long black hair and wears a sort of...
In
Really?
a crystal mine, yeah, and he just sings all day on his way
Has
to
he
work.
got 6 mates?
Apparently so.
Okay, what do you think of that, Carl?
I'm still sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about.
Someone just called up and called him dopey,
Yeah.
didn't they?
I mean, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Why, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you today?
I'm just saying.
What, you're fed up with people, taking issue with some of the stupid things you say? Lego was invented by a mother going, Lego of that. What are we going to do with all the buildings? The earth might collapse. What do you expect people to say? Even our listeners know you're talking rubbish, and some of those aren't allowed to wear socks. I mean...
Listen, right, last week when I did Do We Need 'Em, do you know when I called up, one of the museums in a science museum?
Yeah, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I wanted to tell you before when the song was on, but you're so busy listening to it.
Yeah,
I've got
was I so busy listening to a song I was playing?
Yeah, but we're doing a radio show, aren't
Alright,
we?
what's your point?
Well, I just wanted to say, she emailed in to say I got her name wrong, so I'm just apologising for that.
What did you call her?
I think I called her Jessica.
What was her name?
I don't know, I've got it on email somewhere.
Well, this is not an apology!
No, I'm
You've
just
got
saying-
it wrong again!
You've not even said her real name! How is that an apology?
Well, I remember, I read the email, so, yeah, I
But who are you apologising to?
I think her name's Jackie, I think.
Oh, you've got it wrong again, haven't you?
Well, anyway, and she just said if you want to see dinosaurs and that, go to the museum.
You were complaining about that as well, weren't you? You went to a museum and there was too many dinosaurs. He said you just need 4.
No, well, Steve, have you been to the one in Knightsbridge?
I think
this
so.
one that I called up, right? It's nice. You go in, you get a good collection of stuff. You walk in, there's 3 or 4 dinosaurs. You've had enough, right? I went into New York, right? Went to the museum there, hundreds of them. You can't move for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're responsible for them being extinct. There's loads of them. So all I'm saying is, if you want to see a dinosaur, go to the one near Knightsbridge. They've got a nice selection, some old vases and stuff. It's worth going. So,
Do you work for them? Because that was a pretty big sell.
well, that's sort of
You
mention
could
it.
work that into quite an advert, I imagine. Brilliant. Carl, you're fed up, aren't you? Because you had to get up early.
Well, that's another thing. But will we give out the answers for?
Let's do that after we've played the next tune. I have to say that I'm wondering if Rockbusters, like Do We Need 'Em, is beginning to run its course, because
Yeah.
this week we've had very, very few right answers. I think we're just getting too
Yeah,
complicated.
because his clues and his answers are rubbish. Why don't you start doing proper ones?
These are good. We started off easy. If
I
you
don't know,
remember.
I think some of them are a bit tortuous.
They
But
don't
anyway,
work. Some of them don't work.
Come up with some stuff then.
let's play a tune,
Well, I have.
and we'll come back with the Rockbusters answers in a second.
You haven't come up with anything.
Grave Diggers. 1-800-SUICIDE. It's a good tune, that. I've always enjoyed it.
XFM 104.9. Well, that's nearly it from Ricky Gervais. That's me, Steve Merchant.
One of the 50 most eligible bachelors in Britain. I hope people as well, if you buy Company Magazine, if there's any ladies listening, every week of course I've played you a song for the ladies, and I hope now that you'll be able to return the favour and maybe vote for me. Buy Company Magazine, vote for me, so I become 50, the number one
That's
eligible
seriously,
bachelor.
it wouldn't mean anything then, would it?
What do you mean?
Well, it wouldn't mean anything then, would it? If they voted you and you got into the top 30, it wouldn't mean anything because you've asked them to do it.
What are you talking about? Of course because it means that they care for me enough, and then they are impressed and charmed by enough that they've actually made that effort. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful
I think that
gesture.
would ruin it.
Well, you know, let's wait and see what the results are.
Do you think, I mean, just, you know, I mean, getting off that, you know, because we don't want Steve to use as a platform to get in the top 48. He's bound to beat a couple of people. But, what do you think of him now, Carl? Now you've known him for these many years. I mean, what do you think of his looks objectively now that you've known him? Can you remember what you first thought?
Like I say, he's changed a bit. He's sorted himself out a bit.
Yeah.
Looks a bit better.
How? What's he done?
I don't know. His hair's better.
Yeah, what was it before?
It was just a bit nothingy. Do you know what I mean? It was like just like if you just let your hair grow and do its own thing. Whereas now it's got a style.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
Glasses, he's changed.
His glasses are stylish.
Yeah.
Just stay sat down.
Right, Rockbusters.
Some people like tall men.
Yeah, go on.
That's right. First one. The weather stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was R, which was rainbow. Right?
Rainbow?
Like rain is the weather, and it smells like body
Bow?
odour. Body odour. They
No,
say,
it's
oh,
B.O.
It's B.O., that's
It's pronounced
B.O.W.
Well, yeah, but you've got to play.
It's not pronounced bow, and it's not spout bow.
Who calls it bow? Everyone knows it's B.O.
What, you don't care? You don't care that doesn't work?
Well, they got it, so again, as long as
One
they're getting
person
it,
got
as
it,
long as
Carl.
they're getting it.
One person got it. Of all the emails, one person got it.
Second one, look, Gran, just get on the boat, will you, and help us out.
Go on.
That was R. That was Ronan, right?
Ronan, who's Ronan?
Ronan. What?
Who's Ronan?
Ronan Keating.
But he's known as Ronan Keating.
No, it's
Okay.
not. No, it's not anymore though. He's gone on his own, hasn't he? He's just known as Ronan.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. It's Ronan Keating.
He's always been known as Ronan Keating.
All right.
So that doesn't work like that. Go on.
Third one.
Next.
If you're going to do that to your drink, I'd let it settle for a little bit before you open it. That was CK.
What?
Shake a can. Shake a can. If you're going to shake, you can.
This is the worst competition ever.
So.
It's Chaka.
Have you got?
It's Chaka. It's Chaka. It's Chaka Khan.
Shake a can.
No, Chaka Khan.
What you got?
Chuck a can might have worked. To throw a can.
Who got all three right then?
Well,
because basically what happened was people
We're
just
stopping this.
emailed in 3 guesses.
We're stopping
and
this.
the guesses that were right came from Mandy Thompson in Hendon.
let's ruin
but
that one
frankly,
then. Well, that's run that into the ground. That's Do We Need 'Em ruined.
No, we can't just bin everything on 1 week.
I don't think we're gonna get that, oh, they're not as good as they think they are, because you've only picked on Newton Einstein. You don't know anyone else. You don't know who Gandhi is. Chimpanzee that. You've run out of,
I did like the jingle for that though.
Oh, chimpanzee that!
That was a great jingle.
Yeah,
But sadly we won't be able to use that again.
So who's won anyway?
Well, it was Mandy Thompson I mentioned, but as I say, she guessed, so I mean, she can have the car. Maybe she can come up with something
Yeah.
new.
No, I think it's still got a few weeks in it.
I think we should take some time off.
Well,
Yeah. What about, like, the foreseeable future?
Dunno.
song
does
for
that
the
sound?
lovers. Do you want to just play
A song for the
that?
ladies. Listen, you know what? I think it's maybe the March issue of Company Magazine. Buy that. Top 50 most eligible people. There's probably an address or a phone number to call. And here's another song for the ladies, maybe just to charm you further. Tom the Model by Beth Gibbons and Rustin Man.
Carl, say
And Karen
goodbye
Adams.
and say it nicely, like you're happy.
See you later.
Oh, is that the best you can do?
Forget you.
Badly Drawn Boy, Born Again on XFM 104.9. Here we are then. Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Raring to go. He's a bit grumpy, Carl. Woken up at 8
Because he's
o'clock.
from the north.
Yeah, because he's in London.
Yeah.
And London's rubbish, right, isn't it? Oh. Where can you can't even get a Band-Aid in London, can you? Or grouting. In Manchester I could walk to the next shop and definitely get some Flash, or maybe some Vim. You can't get it down there. You gotta go to a trendy bistro, haven't you? Carl, why are you grumpy?
I told you before, I'm just a little bit tired today.
Because he had to get up, but the builders next door woke him up.
No.
He's always going about his hours. Those builders probably got up at 6.
Yeah,
to
but I
get
can
there at
understand builders who get up early because they're building outside and they've got to get the job done before it gets dark. But he's working in someone's lounge. If it gets dark, put the light on. It's not a problem. So why is he starting work at like 7 o'clock in the morning?
Well, because the builders get paid by the day, and if you get a builder there and go, I'll just do 11 till 3, he's not going to go, I tell you what, love, just give me 40 quid. I didn't do a whole day. It's a day's work, isn't it? So you want to get the most out of them, don't you?
Plus, he probably wants to finish early so he can have a good night out.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night, you know what I mean? He wants to...
Yeah, he wants to get at least 15 pints in.
And he was cheery, I bet he was whistling and, you know, dancing around and tapping, you know, so I don't know how you can be annoyed at that. Why don't you get earplugs?
I don't like it.